Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. The 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Leaves it on the inside with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big Ten too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'd say from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big Ten. Let's go and make a statement tonight.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line, it's Moore. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him! Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Here's a heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 2nd down coming up. We've played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Odom. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires and picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moore to the air. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Perry. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Taylor wants to throw it. Makes the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Kansas.
And the Jayhawks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Moore will throw. Now improvising. Release to the back. Got a man. It's Washington. Right down the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's got an open man. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all of the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The screen, and watch out. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his big tight end. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Nevada is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Boise State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man, it's Odom. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. He's got him. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Taylor wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. Got it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. They'll leave it with him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Grab near the marker is Washington. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Finds his tight end. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A first down run in the red zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice. execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The Jayhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Just like the end of the game, the first half can finish up with a defensive penalty, so there will be one more untimed down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The give to the left. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive linemen of being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Hayes. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. He's looking downfield to throw. Right on the money. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and 1. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The sure hands, it's Johnson. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. Toss sweep to the right. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Looking to scramble. Unleashes one. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old Spartan Stadium. They're up by just 2 over Colorado State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it as zone defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take
Get him the ball, he will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Trying play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Taylor wants to throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Going to look downfield again. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Hayes. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Taylor wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. from the gun, wants to pass. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
This late in the game in the fourth quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incompletion, no brainer. They're going to be throwing it again. Can the defense step up here and make a play?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Got it in the middle. It's Perry. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Extending the play. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Moore will throw. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Buying some time. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like...
It's a fake. He's looking to pass. And the pass is incomplete off the fake field goal, and sometimes you just outsmart yourself. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. Right down the middle. Intercepted deep in his own end. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Catch in the middle, it's Perry. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
Well, it's one thing to have talent, but to get all the talent with the new pieces every single year to work together, this passing attack looks like they're going to be formidable. And now you already got that one top 25 win for the resume to keep building throughout this season.
Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
That one never had a chance, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way, man. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Taylor wants to throw. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, working to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.